So I took a friend out to do some P1000 observations, and he started to ask me some pointed questions about flat Earth and why I would even waste my time looking into it in the first place. What you're about to see is footage that was captured on November 1st, 2018. Enjoy it.
What motivates me to engage in it is that when the first time I heard flat Earth, I thought it was retarded, and I laughed. I'm like, oh, you must be joking. No, you're not serious. And then one of the first things I saw was somebody zoomed in on a ship on the horizon that had appeared to have disappeared from your eyesight. Because if you live on a sphere, it's going to disappear behind a wall of water, right?
Because you're going over
a curve. So someone pulled out a zoom camera, zoomed in, and there it was. So I'm like, wait a minute, what are people describing when they see something disappear? Are they describing it disappearing out of their eyesight? Are they just talking about disappearing bottom up? And at what point do these things are they talking about just with their naked eye? And I think the Romans...
The Greeks, I meant to say the Greeks here.
Just used their naked eye. I don't think they were using any visual aids.
We've known about the planet's curvature for over 2,000 years. The ancient Greeks figured out that the Earth is round based on several pieces of evidence, including their observations of ships going over the horizon line.
So if you're just using your naked eye, then how do you trust that? Because if you zoom in on something that disappeared out of your eyesight and there it is, then it didn't go over a curve. So that's where it started. I'm like, wait a minute. How are they zooming into things that apparently already disappeared? Okay, interesting. Still ridiculous. Pictures from space. Okay. Gotta trust the government. And I do think it's a little weird that NASA is like the one government institute that no one criticizes. Libertarians will be like, government's crap. God, government's inefficient. They're incompetent. They can't build the roads. And look, their military bombs countries. It's so bad. No one ever talks about NASA. NASA incompetence is like this weird, like, gray area no one thinks about. Even like anti-government libertarian types. So I thought, okay, I don't have to trust my government to know what I'm living on. There's got to be ways to prove it. Okay, I'm gonna go zoom in on the lighthouse. I zoomed in on it last year, and I can see the whole thing from top to bottom.
But why is it intriguing so much to actually go out and actually do the things, do the experiment?
Well, here's a question. Why don't you care enough to look into it?
There's a lot of things that I might be interested in doing, but
Yeah.
we're actually
Yeah. This is just something that I like, something that I find interesting.
okay.
It would be the greatest deception.
Let me ask another different question. So
It changes
what
everything.
Things are you foregoing? What other types of investigations?
You mean within Flat Earth, or?
No, anything else you found interesting, but it's like second, the next best thing to check out.
That I didn't look into?
No, maybe you have, but not as much. I guess I'm just asking you, like, what's second, third, fourth, and things that you're.
But why are you
interested in
asking?
at
Are
the
you like psychologically trying to find my motive to discredit the validity of the pursuit?
moment? No, I'm not doing that.
You're just bored and want to know
I
why?
understand what you're saying, but no, I'm not doing that.
I'm just making sure, because if it is, then I'll just say Pythagoras pulled it out of his ass 2,000 years ago because he thought the gods made it, and then...
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just curious.
No, I know, I'm just making sure you're not. Stefan Molyneux did it when he was debating that flat earther.
He did what?
Did you see that when Stefan Molyneux was debating a flat earther?
I did see the video, but I don't remember what it said.
By the way, he did that. By the end of the video, Stefan Molyneux was basically like...
Why do you waste your time? What difference is it going to make?
He's like, you're a loser with no job. That's why you like this topic. And then he's like, couldn't you be doing so much better? So I didn't know if you were taking that route or not.
No, I have thought that,
But I will say this. Stefan Molyneux said he could see the Earth's curvature from an airplane window.
And so when I went very high altitude when I was 6, and then again when I was 16, flying from England to Africa, the curvature that I saw, would that be just something that I expected to see and my sort of eyes made it look that way?
Felix Baumgartner, he would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space, look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
All fuselage windows have a curvature to them. At 30,000 feet, you would not be able to see a curvature even if it was a globe of 25,000 miles in circumference.
Neil Tyson says you can't see it from 4 times that height. Stefan Molyneux, on that point, is retarded. And I'd like to know why people are hallucinating the globe. Do you have an answer for maybe why people are hallucinating the globe?
I don't know. I've never seen curvature from an airplane.
Why would Stefan's really smart.
I can never really see the ground from that airplane. I haven't been on that many flights.
Stefan's a smart guy. Why would he believe he's hallucinating? It's just strange. It's a strange thing. But anyways. No, I stumbled upon enough of these flat earth videos that I'm like, well,
I guess kind of the same way you stumble upon enough libertarian videos where you're like, wait a minute.
Well,
YouTube,
got in trouble recently because their algorithms are designed to basically lure you in to any types of videos that you enjoy. And guess what the algorithm was doing? It was recommending a bunch of conspiracy videos.
The algorithm is only feeding you one side. So after watching like 20 videos of flat earth videos, some people will start believing, wow, that might actually be true. And for the algorithm, it was like a fantastic win to have someone watch 20 videos in a row.
And flat earth was one of the conspiracy videos. YouTube's algorithm was so good they changed it now because it was too powerful. So they purposely sabotaged themselves. To answer your question, the reason that I started looking into it so much was because I heard it, laughed at it, thought it was retarded, and then tried to debunk it, and not really was able to debunk it.
Holy crap, guys. Can you see that? The Earth is freaking cat. Check them out, guys. The brand new The Earth is Cat t-shirts are now available. They come in a variety of shirts and colors. I also got some great mugs available, sweater hoods. Get yourself one of these The Earth is Cat t-shirts. I'll put a link to them in the description below. Get one from yourself right now. Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.